Yo, what up? Welcome to Beefy Boyz, episode 8. We're sipping on some classy today. I got some rum whiskey concoction. What do you got?
Man, you already got that Jack Apple.
This is the throwback.
You're gonna have some diarrhea tomorrow. You already know what it is. Tastes like a Jolly Rancher, dude.
Alright. Today's episode, we got New Year's resolutions, how we feel about them, what we think, how we feel about everyone complaining about gyms being packed, or other people complaining about gyms being packed. I personally don't really care that much. What I care about, like I said today on Twitter, is I complain about the gym being packed because I know that these people are going to quit so fast. And that's what bothers me the most. I think that if people stayed in the gym and it stayed packed, well, that's good, because at least overall everybody is going to be in better shape. But I'm not an asshole. Like, I feel like people think people who go to the gym regularly are, like, trying to get other people to not go to the gym.
That's not it. Well, at least that's not.
Yeah, because I personally would never knock someone
who's trying.
Exactly, because you're trying.
But actually give a fuck. Don't, half-ass it for a few days or a few weeks out of the month and then just stop. That's when, not overall just because it's packed, I just feel like it's more aggravating to know that, I've done it, it's not with the gym shop, I've done it like with other aspects like everyone has, I feel like at some point, but I feel like fitness or trying to at least give a little bit of shit about your health should be the easiest thing to do, because all you have to do is get there and at least do something for a half hour to an hour. That's what bothers me. I never knock anyone for trying. If it gets packed and you're there, like, good for you. But like you said, like if I went to LA today or Thursday or say Monday even, in the evening, it happens every year. It's like nonstop. Every year in January, the week after New Year's, it's fucking mobbed. And then you give it maybe even 2 months, and it's back to like normal people you see on a day-to-day basis. If you guys go at the same time every day, that's what I don't understand.
And that's right there is why I complain, because it's like, okay, here's the typical fucking every year, it's a 1 month span of it being packed, and then everybody falls off. So it's like, you didn't really gain much from going to the gym for a month, because we both know...
You gain a little bit of experience, I guess. From
yeah, because we both know how long it takes to get at a better level of health or fitness. So to go there for a month and then give up, well, like, you're only robbing yourself. And two, like, nobody cares that you're there. Like, nobody is going to be like, oh, fuck, why are these people here?
Look at this fucking guy.
Yeah.
I've never seen him here before. No one gives a fuck about that, but I feel as a whole, the regulars who go there, who would, like, actually, it could be for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, could be for a fucking walk on the treadmill. The regulars who go there notice when it gets packed, when it's mobbed, and that's when it's like, all right, I noticed something. But then when it goes back to down, me personally, it just aggravates me to know that people, like, just want to give a fuck for a short amount of time to make it their New Year's goal, but that's not a goal.
Yeah.
That's an idea. You have an idea of something you want to do.
You had a good intention.
Yeah, you had an intention that you follow through on.
Dude, but it's like that with everything. Like, both of us, like we said, we probably have it in some other aspect of our life. Like, we always have this short-term idea that we think is going to be so grand, but long-term, we don't stay with it. And anything you do good in life, I feel like anything you stuck with that you've been good at, think about how long you did it for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, the gym, for example, like, you've been going to the gym for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, like, you're a pretty swole guy. Like, you could lift a lot of weight. Like, you know, you have a good idea what you're doing in there. But if you would have went for a week or a month, you'd have no clue what you're doing. The same way other people are with, like, banking or, like, fucking basketball or anything, really. Like, you have to stick with it.
I just think it's the easiest thing to do.
Well, yeah, because it affects you directly.
You literally can, if you don't know how to weightlift, like, say weightlifting is not your thing, some people it's not, but you should do it, but it's not. Go on the bike. If you feel like riding bikes, go on the bike. You don't even have to go to the gym, ride a bike. Go walk on the treadmill, play racquetball.
Yeah.
Do something, because it's the easiest. I think it's the easiest thing to fucking do.
You could even just go for walks.
Just do something. That's why I get aggravated, because it's that out of all the shit there's to do to be successful, to help your mentality
Your mental
and your physical well-being, and just like everything else. Like, that is the easiest thing to do is exercise. It's the easiest fucking thing. You can do it in your fucking house.
And it's really just a matter of getting started too, because it's crazy how relaxing it is to take a walk, like especially on a nice day. And like there's like research that shows like like it lowers your blood pressure and all that shit. But like even just to get out and walk, like if you're someone that's 100 pounds overweight from where you should be, and you just take a walk, you're probably gonna burn at least 100 extra calories than if you just sat on the couch and drink a can of Coke or whatever. You like go for a walk. Even if you didn't cut the can of Coke out, but you went for a walk, that's still better than just sitting there.
Dude, that's a good point because there's this dude at work. He's over average looking dude, like skinny arms, like kind of chubby. He's a gamer, but he would eat out all the time and drink pop constantly. Like Mountain Dew was his pop. He stopped drinking pop, I think, 2 months in a row, and he didn't exercise. He goes just from being at work, he's on his feet. But he goes just from not drinking pop, for example, walking around trying to be like instead of like riding a scooter or something, like he'll walk. He said just from that, within a month and a half, he lost 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Because he cut pop out and just started doing shit that makes him exercise more.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it really takes. Like, dude, let's be honest. A normal person is at least semi-active. But in the day and age, we have all these tools that keep us not active. Like, you could sit on your couch and order food. You could sit on your couch and order your groceries. You could sit on your couch and
that's another thing. I know.
Dude, you could legit be entertained on your couch forever. And, like, if you, like, the only thing you'd have to do is get up to go get your drinks and food. That's it. But everything else is going to come to your house. What are you going to take? 20 steps? Or less?
Dude, that grocery thing, a dude at work does that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, you're probably spending double than you would to actually go into the grocery store. Just because, like, delivery charges, shit like that. But I'm saying, like, you're right. Like, you have to get up and do anything. Get up and get your food and get up and take a piss or shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing to hit on, too. Like, if I could, like, afford all of the luxuries of that, I would never really go grocery shopping, to be honest, unless it's
I'm not a fan of grocery shopping, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. I hate going out at times where there's a lot of other people out because, like, everyone's in each other's way. People are, like, always angry after work, shit like that.
Or a rush.
Yeah. So, like, I don't like doing that. So I would have that for the convenience, but I also still go to the gym or, like, play sports. That's, like, a different story. You're being efficient for other reasons. Mm-hmm. But, like, imagine being, like, a CEO. Imagine how fucking cool all of those things are. Like, you could just pay someone to do everything for you. Like, it's not like you don't have the money.
Exactly.
But, what were we saying? Oh, yeah. But that's why I was saying earlier, the reason that these people quit so fast is because their goals are so unrealistic. They're like, I'm going to drop 30 pounds or lose 50 pounds by June. Like, that's 6 months. Is it impossible? No. But 60 pounds by June or 50 pounds by June, dude, that's more than a pound a week.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, right? So, like, 4 weeks in a month
24.
times 6.
That's 2 pounds a week.
Yeah, that's 2 pounds a week.
That's
and
a little
like
over 2 pounds a week.
And, like, healthily, you would lose a pound a week.
Mm-hmm.
If that, like, you're going to hit plateaus. You're going to have a weekend out with your friends. Like, and then people are just, they have these crazy goals to lose all this weight. It's like, dude, if you're in it for your health, then it's for the rest of your life. So, like,
it took me
just
4 months to lose. Last year when I did, it took me 4 months to lose, I think, 27 pounds, 28 pounds. And that was me eating twice a day and just, like, the same meal fucking every day for lunch at work. It was like, I wasn't even excited to eat lunch.
mm-hmm.
That was 24. I lost a little over a pound a week, but it sucked dick. And at work, I was always constantly on my feet, then the gym, but it wasn't easy. And a lot of people who make these goals, I'm not saying a lot of them, I'm saying the gym newcomers, which is, like, good for you, don't really know what they're getting yourself into. They don't like it. But some people do surpass their goals, though.
Yeah, some people could do it.
But it's not no New Year's motherfuckers. It's a person who sat down, looked in the mirror like a random day in March and was like, I got to do something.
Yeah.
Just wasn't the 2020 shit.
That's the thing. It's like, there are some people wired that way. But there is everybody who thinks they could do it until they realize they can't. And it's not even just, like, being in the gym. It's like anything. It's like, okay, yeah, I want to pay down all my debt in 2 years. It's like, no, you're not. Because if you spend all your money paying down your debt, you're not going to have any money in your bank account. So when you go to have one fun day with your friends, what are you gonna have to use? Your credit card because you don't have any money. So it's like everyone tries to be so short term. Like I'm gonna do this so fast. Like everybody wants everything to happen so fast, and that's why they always give up or fail. Because like when it doesn't happen, it's discouraging. But realistically, dude, you could lose 28 pounds over a year and be really happy because like you still went out and like you still ate bad sometimes, but most of the time you were good, shit like that. Over 2 years, maybe you'll lose 60. But you know how miserable you would be to even hit the goal of losing 60 pounds like in 5 months or 6 months? You're fucking basically a Nazi to yourself.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, 4 months you were getting tired of everything you ate.
Oh yeah, for it was either salmon or asparagus and chicken asparagus, and I legit would not want to eat lunch. Like I was obviously hungry, but I wasn't looking forward to it. I wasn't like I can't wait to go and eat lunch and eat a good meal because I've had it for like weeks and weeks and weeks at a fucking time.
Yeah.
And it was constant, and like and for dinner was like relatively the same.
Yeah.
So but obviously I stopped doing that. But the one thing I will say about the new shit or New Year's resolution shit is that like when I said something like reflecting on, just because I was reflecting back on like 2009 when everyone posted their shit, and I was just reflecting back and like, dude, 2009 for me wasn't what I wanted it to be.
2019?
19, yeah. Wasn't what I wanted it to be, so I get why people get in that habit. But the gym is a whole different thing. But like, you should always strive to do better. Your decision making should be better. But heading into the new year, while everyone was like doing like their little collages on Facebook, posting videos, I did one, but it's like all my shit was revolved around drinking and making pretty fucking bad decisions and doing irrational thinking and shit like that. So that's why I kind of get it. Like you want to go in to the new year on the right foot, and from there consciously, from that day forward, and not just at the new year, make consciously better decisions and shit like that. But that's where I just agree with that. Everything else is you should always day to day probably.
Yeah.
Be a piece of shit.
Yeah, like I understand the premise of the New Year shit too, especially because like you were saying, it's the one time a year where everyone like reflects on stuff, but it should be more of a normal thing to reflect on your life. Like, why not look back at what you did this month, or what you plan to do next month, or in June look back at what you did the last 6 months? We don't. Like we literally, I shared the thing on Instagram as a joke, but it's kind of true. Like it was like aliens talking to each other, and it was like, what are they celebrating for? And it was like their Earth went around their star. It took 365 days for the Earth to go around their star, and then the other alien was like, I told you they're not intelligent. Yeah. But it's like, it's true, that's all we're celebrating. Like 365 days because the Earth went around the sun. Like, why can't you have checkpoints with yourself? Like, all right, I've been a piece of shit for the last 3 months. Like, in the summer when most people are pieces of shit. Like, exactly. This is what I gotta change. But we do it once a year, and that's why nobody goes anywhere, because you only reflect. If you only reflect once a year, you're gonna forget about it.
Dude, and it's not even the summertime. It's just like people are doing shit and like you want to have fun, but like the next morning you wake up and you're like, did you have fun? Maybe. Was it worth it? Have you done it 1,000 times? Yeah. That's a conversation I have with myself a few times, and like I'm trying to get better at it. Like New Year's Day, everyone went out. Like for example, for myself, everyone went out. I was invited as well as everyone else to go out, and I was like, I don't want to because I'm not. I would force myself to have a good time, and then by forcing yourself, aka means getting fucking blacked out drunk so you have a good time. Knowing like I really didn't need to. I was tired, so you're tired, go home, relax. That's a big thing.
The FOMO shit is real though. Like
you've done it.
You always want to be in like, because we're humans. We want to be around people. We want to like socialize.
That's the hard part, because now it's like the other day I was like figuring out like, because I want to do like a sober February like you guys did. Yeah. But like, I'm thinking like shit too. I'm like, dude, I try to read a book. Do I try to? What the fuck else is there to do? Like, if I want to get out of my apartment besides the gym. Yeah. Like, it's gonna like, what if it's cold? What if it's snowing? Do I want to like, what the fuck? Do I pick up a fucking snowboard?
That's the thing too, because like, you see your form of socializing as like going to the bar rate and talking to people, but believe it or not, which is like, I'm not gonna say I do this because I don't, but like, believe it or not, people go to cafes and read that book, and then they end up talking to somebody. But like,
that would be fire.
Yeah, but I'm saying you don't. Did you think of that? Because like, I wouldn't think to do that. No. But people do that, and like normal people do that. I feel like a lot of people are normal.
Could be like Joe from You. Fuck
yeah, right.
But
Like you strategically go to that cafe because you know who you're talking to already.
no, man, shit's fucking. The New Year's shit makes sense, and then again, it's stupid. Most of the part stupid.
Have you ever heard of that 75 hard challenge? Frank Dolan keeps talking about trying to do it.
What is it?
It's like for 75 straight days, you commit to a checklist of things that you have to do every single day. Like the common one is like work out twice a day. This is for 75 days. Work out twice a day. One of them's like meditate once for like 10 minutes or something. Like read 15 minutes a day. The other one's like perfect nutrition. And like the whole point of the challenge is because it's extremely difficult. It's like to teach you like mental toughness. So like you can choose anything that's hard for you. Like for example, for you, 75 hard. Yours would be like no drinking for 75 days. You love energy drinks or you love caffeine. No caffeine for 75 days. Like imagine getting in your workout 75 days straight without an ounce of caffeine. That's like true mental toughness. Maybe I didn't ever took caffeine a day in my life, so that wouldn't be hard for me. But for you, it would be hard. Like I use caffeine, but that was just an example. Like both of us would be no drinking, no caffeine, working out twice a week. Twice a week, twice a day.
Relatively, that part would be easy, but
And the thing is,
if you fail, I couldn't imagine, bro.
If you fail, you have to start over again. So, like, say you made it to day 20 and you fail, you start back from day 1.
What is it like? What is the center? Like, where did you find that? It's like an app or? What?
No. There's some guy. I can show you actually. But yeah, there's this guy on here that does it. Where's it from? What the fuck's his name?
That's.
But yeah, it's called the 75 hard.
Like two and a half months.
Yeah, pretty much. You could Google it and the guy's name will come up. I forgot his name. I saw it yesterday. But this guy, Mike Vacanti, who's a personal trainer, he does it and he got it from the main guy.
Oh,
and he's on attempt number 2 because he was doing it and he was on like, I forget what day he was on. He was probably in the 20s or 30s, I think, and he got sick with the flu and like he missed like the second workout or something and like because he fell asleep and he missed it.
What was on his? Like what was his?
His new one, I could tell you his new one. I don't remember his. Actually, I have a screenshot of his old one. I could tell you right now what it was.
Did he make it for himself?
Yeah, so he tailored it. So that's why I was giving you that example. So I'll tell you what his old one was.
That seems like fire. Like I would be proud as fuck of myself, but I really don't think I could go almost 3 months without drinking.
Yeah, I know.
I really don't think so.
Check this out. Number 1 is 2 workouts per day, each 45 minutes plus. 1 must be outside regardless of weather. Number 2 is perfect nutrition adherence on any nutrition plan of your choosing. 0 cheating. So he chose 0 caffeine plus 1 full day fast per week because that's what's considered hard for him.
And to not eat? No caffeine and not eat?
One day a week he does a full day fast. Like that's like his thing, because that would be hard for him. That's what he's saying. Because he's like a professional trainer. Like he hits his macro numbers like in his sleep. So like he does. That's not hard for him. So that's why he said he's gonna do 0 caffeine and 1 full day fast. And then number 3 for him was read 10 pages per day of a book that makes you better. Number 4 was drink at least 1 gallon of water per day. Number 5 was take 1 progress picture per day. So that was his first attempt, but he was supposed to do a second workout when he had the flu, and he fell asleep. And he woke up, and technically it was like after midnight, so he failed. So
could you make your 75-day thing be like 1 full day, or no, 1 day on the weekend, no drinking, or 2 days on a drink, from Friday to Thursday, or Thursday to Sunday, no drinking?
I think you could make it whatever would be considered hard for you, because like the reality is, if you drink 4 days a week, can you do it only twice a week? You know what I mean? So his new one is this: work out 1 time per day, meditate 20 minutes per day, twice a day, hit his macros, drink 1 gallon a day, read 25 pages per day. That's his new goals for the 75 challenge. But almost every single challenge is work out every day. Like you got to do that. Like that's like the main thing. But like if you really wanted to be hard, you cut out the shit that really like you depend on. You know?
I don't really think I depend on alcohol.
You don't depend on it, but you depend.
Social.
You don't depend on it, but you depend on it as an outlet of fun.
Yeah.
So like, can you go out and have fun without alcohol? That's like the real discipline.
I would say only drinking one day from Thursday to Sunday.
That would be a good goal.
Because I haven't. Well, not that it really fucking matters now, but I'm saying like the days I've been drinking a lot, like in the last 3 to 4 weeks, I've been like Friday, Saturday, and I think the one Sunday fun day we had, I forgot, it was like 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. But like that, it is hard for me because I do look at it as a day. Hey, I'm off work. I want to go out. I want to see people. I want to drink. And sometimes it's not like, I don't know who really enjoys being fucked up. Like really enjoys being drunk. Like there's a level you reach where it's fun. Like you're having a good time.
Yeah,
like you're
but
vibing.
then you don't realize that you go past that by continuing to drink.
Yeah, and then you get over that, and then it's like not fun. Then you're fucked up, and your emotions start. That's when it's a, what do you call it, depressing? Like that's when you realize it's depressing.
Yeah.
I need that then. Or even Friday to Sunday or Thursday to Sunday, I think would be like only consume alcohol on one day out of those 4.
Yeah, I mean that's like you could literally tailor it to however you want, but like whatever you think is gonna work, you know. Because even doing like, let's say for you do 1 day a week, even doing that, you're gonna hit a weekend where like you drink on a Friday, but on that Saturday night something really fun's going down, or like. You know, like imagine you're doing it in May and it crosses over to June. Like saying you're not going to drink during all 3 days of Lake Shake or something like. It's like almost.
Fun fact about Lake Shake, they're not doing it this year.
Oh really? Why not? I was wondering.
Someone bought it out, and they want to do it a whole brand new way.
Mm.
Not a new venue, but just do a whole brand new way of doing it. Maybe you can make it better.
Like right now we're drinking. We don't even have to be, but we just are. But so are they still doing a country concert though?
Not there. Not this year.
Yeah.
Not that venue.
That sucks. But all right, let's hit the next topic. Let me check this camera real quick though. All right. Spoilers. People get so mad about spoilers on the internet. I personally don't understand it. I don't understand.
I think the only spoiler I'll tell you a story. The last Avengers that came out. Because me and you have probably seen everyone together besides like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And those movies I thoroughly enjoy, and there's always some shit that happens. Those are the ones where I give a fuck about the spoilers. That's about it. Any other movie or TV show I could give a fuck, because you could kind of, I think like you kind of tell what's going to happen next, at least like even like with the show like I didn't know the ending was going to be like that, but I knew at certain steps in the show, like, oh, this motherfucker's dead, this motherfucker's dead in the next 10-20 minutes. But spoilers, you're gonna find out, but it's just, what if someone just says, hey, this person dies? You don't know how they die, you know how they got to that stuff.
Yeah.
Like that.
And also, it's just like, even if you tell me that, I still want to see it.
You're interested.
I still want to know how it plays out. Even if you told me by detail, if I'm still interested in the show, I'll watch it because I want to see with like my own eyes how it happens. So that's why I can't really resonate with why people get mad. For the same reason that people watch the same movies
over and over.
Like, you watch the same movie over and over because you know what's going to happen. You enjoy it. You like it. So why do you care so much about a spoiler?
Dude, like on my Snapchat, like I was putting up little, like not even important parts of the show, like just like trying to be funny. Like kind of like, for example, you like trying to be like Joe's thoughts, like just saying like just dumb shit, like parts of the show that didn't matter to the fucking writer who wrote the show.
Yeah.
People are like, can you stop posting for people to watch? No, no. You can unfollow me. You can not watch, and go fuck yourself. How about that? Like one person was like, he's like, what the fuck does Jagoff say? Pat Durkin, by the way. He goes, thanks for spoiling the show. Like, I didn't spoil the shit, but go fucking spoil your movie and I'll piss in it. Like, I don't care. I do not care. Then if you know me, you know I don't care. Because it's not a big deal. What did I do? I posted a 4-second clip of a TV show, a motherfucker walking.
Yeah.
Losers.
That's why even when I was in Disney World, we were on like a new Star Wars ride, or not a new ride. It was the same one. We put these 3D glasses on. They make it look like you're flying through like hyperspace and shit. And I guess there were new scenes in there. Well, there was because I saw the new movie, but there were new scenes in there from the new movie. Like the planet and shit like that. And I was walking out, like people were saying, like, "Oh, there's some spoilers in there." Like, I'm surprised they did that. Like, no, there fucking wasn't. Like, if someone was on there watching that, they'd have been like, "Oh, they're on a planet. What's a
It's
bunch of
fucking
shit?"
amusement
Like,
park.
there's no way you're gonna put together the fact that that is in the new movie. Like, I was thinking to myself, like, how could it be a spoiler? I'm like, it can't. Like, yeah, I know that scene because I saw the movie, but if you didn't see the movie, you have no clue what this is from. It could be like a made up. You have no fucking clue.
Sometimes I think like even if it doesn't.
They want a reason to like try to say something intelligent.
I think like if it doesn't pertain to nothing, they just want to say it like for whatever reason, or just a complaint.
Yeah. Well, that's what most of us do. Like right now, we're complaining about them.
But that shit's dumb. Like it's a fucking amusement park. Like what do you think it's gonna be? It's based off a movie.
And also, even if it was a real, like let's say there was a serious spoiler in there, who cares? Because the movie's out already.
They do it for your enjoyment.
You're in Disney World on a Star Wars ride, so like, if you haven't saw the new Star Wars movie yet, what are you doing here? Anyways, so there's that. And then let's see. Speaking of Disney World, though, all right, I was getting so fucking mad, dude, because there's so many people there, and like this is what I was telling you the other day at dinner, like it's just fucking aggravating to like the people there that can't walk, like, and I sound like a piece of shit, but I don't give a fuck.
No, I get what you're saying.
Because, dude.
I just think it's funny.
If you can't fucking walk, all right. So here's the thing: there's two types of can't walk, right? There's I can't walk because I'm 350 pounds overweight.
And you weigh yourself to that.
So like in that regard, I don't feel bad. Maybe you should try to walk like around that part because I'm pretty sure I lost 5 pounds being there because everything was too expensive and fucking your shoulder to shoulder with people standing up all day and walking
sweating on them.
But dude, you're making it worse when I'm trying to walk. And your thing comes by, or you put the beep on and you're reversing and you're looking at someone giving them a dirty look because they got in your way. Dude, you're the problem.
Imagine being entitled because
you're overweight. Like you're entitled because you're overweight.
Like you don't have a disease. You don't have the only thing is that you fucking ate too much.
And now you can't walk because being overweight leads to other problems. Like one, you're carrying all that weight on your legs. Like you're gonna have knee problems, back problems. Like
poor knees.
Like who else? And the other thing is like, all right. So I even said it, and Ryan made a good point. I was like, well, like old people like understand. And I was like, yeah, I understand that too. But at the same rate,
if you can't walk,
you still should not be there. It's like, oh, what if you're with your grandkids?
Your example is your parents. Obviously they can walk.
Yeah. Like, what if you're with your grandkids? Dude, I'm telling you right now that if I was with my grandma and she was in that wheelchair, I would have did whatever the fuck I wanted. Like, I'm like, what are you going to do? Grandma, come catch me. Like, honestly, you know how many little beat-offs there are that were probably like me when they were a little kid? Like, running around in that park?
That's different.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not, and that's what I was telling you, it's not even that I'm like, it's not ageism. It's like, I'm not saying you're not allowed there or you shouldn't be, but like you shouldn't come. Like that's not a place for you. There's so many people and you're wielding a fucking motorized.
There's other things to do.
Like that's what I'm saying. There's other things that you could be doing, just not that. Like it's just crazy to me because also those people aren't getting on rides. Now there are people that come in like handicapped people. They get on rides. They'll go up to the front. They can go to the front of the line and get on rides. That's perfectly fine. But these people come here just to be there, and I'm like, what would even possess you to want to be here? I don't get it.
Like my grandma, she's fucking Indian. She moves around now, obviously, but like, yes, if you are an elderly person, why would you want to be in the heat driving around just to watch people do shit that you cannot do?
Yeah, and
just to watch. Like I get it's family time, but there's a bunch of other shit to do.
Yeah, but you're definitely not having family time in that moment.
No.
And nobody's actually going to care if you're there in that moment because they're busy like trying to get on the next cool ride. Like that's just really, you're at Disney World. It's the happiest place on earth. It's fucking not, by the way. What?
Speaking of Disney World, like I hope to God my kids don't like roller coasters, or I hope their fucking mom likes them. Because guess who ain't going out with them? Daddy.
Dude, I said this. This is the plan I came up with. I want my kids to understand that Santa Claus is real from the ages of 0 to 12. And in that time, I want them to believe that Disney World is a myth from 0 to 12. Because there's no shot that I get a kid in Disney World with me prior to 12 years of age. Because one, they're probably not tall enough. Two, they're going to throw a fit over everything. I'm going to spend $95,000 that I probably won't have. and I'm gonna have salt and pepper here because they're gonna drive me nuts. Because I feel like my hair was gonna fall out after that trip because there was too much going on, too many people, but at the same rate, I also thought it was cool as fuck. Like I thought
Disney World is a cool. Like
that's what I'm saying.
It's cool.
I thought it was cool, but I was like,
that's one thing I want. I think I was legit 12. I swear to God.
I was just like
12 or 13.
I think it's cool. I could see why my brother really likes it. He goes with his 2 kids, but even both of his kids aren't tall enough to get on every ride. So like I understand why it could be cool, but at the same rate, I wouldn't want to go there unless like I can get the full experience.
I understand that.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like there was just pros and cons. Like when I was walking around the new Star Wars Galaxy's Edge or whatever, I was like, damn, this is like fucking amazing, dude. Like the Han Solo's the Millennium Falcon, dude. It was like life size. It looked real. Like it looked like it could take off from right there and go into space. I was like, this is actually insane. But then you have the other moments where it's like, oh, there's a 4-hour wait. Like this line is 4 hours long. Do we every single roller coaster here?
If you sit in a 4-hour line, like that's crazy.
It's like every single roller coaster here is a little kid ride. Like it's Disney World. It's not like Six Flags. So like it's a 4-hour wait for like a 12-second ride. I'm like, dude, this is insane, and people are waiting in it.
And what were do they have fast pass shit there too?
They do. Like you don't pay for it, but you schedule it. So you can schedule it up to like 60 days out. So if you're like my brother Len, like 60 days ago, he was online like scheduling fast passes, like to get us like certain fast passes. But you can only book up to 3 a day, or whatever. So even then, like if there's
what's the longest you waited in line for?
The last, like when I just went, 2 hours. But even then, that's like a long ass time
To be sitting.
Yeah. But to be sitting in line with there were 2 5-year-olds, a 7-year-old, an 8-year-old, a 10-year-old, 3 5-year-olds. My bad. And then a 1.5-year-old with us in our group. So imagine like 2 hours of that. Like at some point, all of them probably cried. One of them tried to run away, little Anthony. Like, what do you think's gonna happen? Like, you just can't. It's crazy. But bottom line is, if you're not capable of being there and you're not getting on the rides, you shouldn't come. Like, it's just silly. Because then, like, dude, I can't even believe how many times I saw a person in the electric scooters give someone a dirty look for walking by. Like, dude, you're also in the way. Everyone's in the way. Everyone in America is fucking cutting each other off. Don't even get into that. We talked about that before.
No, yeah, the electric scooters, the elderly, whatever. But you should. But the overweight, as I said, imagine feeling entitled for being an unhealthy cocksucker. Sorry if you're watching.
Yeah,
and you are.
And I'm not as mad about the elderly people, but like I still stand by like, because I know that if I was an old ass grandfather and I couldn't walk, and they tried to tell me to go to Disney World, I would have went like this. With my old ass hand.
Dude, my grandpa can walk now, but like he just moves so. But I can only imagine like if I had kids, like if he was same age right now, but I was old and I had kids and shit, I can imagine like telling that motherfucker, "Hey, we're going to Disney World."
Yeah.
Nah, he'd tell me he for real wouldn't even respond to me. He just
he goes, "Yeah, I'll meet you at the airport."
Yeah, see you there. Go fuck yourself.
Oh, but we were finessing the one day I met up with my brother Anthony and his kid, and his girlfriend and her daughter. So like we all met up, and I didn't have a fast pass for something. They had a fast pass too, and I don't even know why, dog. Cause like that shit ain't even scary. But I was like, my heart was beating fast, so we were sneaking through the fast pass. She gave me Aubrey's little wristband, and I put it on, and so she was just carrying Aubrey like as if like Aubrey was just like too little. So they just scanned by the fast pass, and I like had my head down, and I like scanned real fast and snuck by. And I told Dub, I was like, bro, my heart was beating fast. I was like, I felt like I was back on the teacups.
Did you guys go to
Epcot? Yeah. Epcot was pretty cool. They got like a bunch of different beers from all over and stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like Disney World in general is cool, but I also went around like a bad time. Like they wanted to go around the New Year's.
You were the only motherfucker. You and Mike were the only motherfuckers there without kids, but Mikey had his
but Mikey had his 3 nephews, which is like Mikey's not a parent and he doesn't see his nephews a lot, so even that's kind of hard because like now you're like a parent to 3 people that you're never a parent to. So I could only imagine like if I had to look after 3 people too. That's crazy. But Mikey he's got a good heart, so
Yeah, he does.
he was trying to do something nice. But yeah, I would never. Cause I
hope my kids think Six Flags. Because like I said, dude, I'm not a rides person. I'm petrified of heights. Like today at work, I had to get up on this thing. It's called the Wave, but it goes up like I want to say 30 feet in the air. And I'm just not a heights person. I don't like the rides. I don't like the. I don't like that shit. Because do you ever see Final Destinations?
Yeah, Chulo hates it too.
I don't like, dude. I just don't like heights. I'm just not a heights guy. So.
Have you ever been on them?
Yeah, dude. I think it's why my Uncle Dan probably scarred me for life. He legit dragged me upstairs by like my chair like this.
Dude, I convinced Chulo to try to go on roller coasters too, and brought him to Six Flags, got on the Raging Bull. It was the first roller coaster he ever went on. He got on it. We got off. This is like, it goes like 70-something miles an hour, big ass drop.
Dude, fuck that. It's the biggest roller coaster there.
We got off, and bro, he looked like a ghost. Like I thought, like when you get off, you're like, all right, man, it's out of the way. Like I'm not that scared now. Like it wasn't that bad, dude. He was like sick from it after that. This was the first ride we went on, and you're at Six Flags all day. He went in my car for hours. He laid in the car with the AC on for 6 hours. Like just waited for us. He was like sick, and like. Chulo's like a big tough guy, like fucking dude. Roller coasters are his weakness. He went on, he got off, never again.
Dude, when we used to go to Temple Desert and be like, "Oh, you want to be like a?" I thought you're not scared, no, bitch. Fuck you. Yeah, I'm petrified. I'm legit petrified. I got a line for the Viper or the Golden or the American Eagle. I forgot which one it was.
American Eagle.
We got there. Boy, I walked out on the stairs past me like this. Like a big pussy.
Yeah, I think it just depends. Like I don't know, people have certain fears. Like I'm not scared of roller coasters.
I also just don't care for them.
Yeah.
Like I have other thrills. I have dumber thrills.
Yeah.
Like at going 100 something on the highway, like almost hitting cars. Like you could die like easily that way.
Yeah. You're like probably more likely to die.
Yeah, I just have dumber. I have other thrills. I have other things I enjoy doing that like get my adrenaline pumping.
Yeah.
Besides getting on a fucking roller coaster.
Yeah, see, I like roller coasters and shit, and like, I don't think they're that scary. I'm logical, like I know, like I've even went skydiving.
If it was enclosed, I might do it. Like if it was enclosed, I just don't like the part of being outside. I think.
So like an indoor roller coaster. Yeah, like I've went skydiving and shit too, but it's
fuck that. Fuck that.
But like even like I don't know, I still feel like your chances of dying in a car crash are high. So it's like
I remember you went skydiving. So nice. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker's down.
I get in a car every day. And like, dude, there's way too many people around you that you can't even control what's gonna happen.
Oh, yeah, they don't know what they're doing.
If you're at a dead stop and someone slams into you going 75, you're probably dead. You can't even help it. You're gonna see it in your rearview mirror, and that's about it.
It's true.
You got anything else today? I hate all mine.
Still single, so
312-217-7191.
You're right there.
Peace.